Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I wanted to provide you with another update as we come to the end of this autumn season, this fall season, as we transition into winter, as temperatures get colder, and as snow begins to fall, and as I especially see that up in Erie at the seminary and Gannon University. It's already snowed quite a few times, and the weather is very unpredictable up there, and the wind factor coming right from the lake is very cold. But not only are we coming to the end of this autumn season, but also the end of another liturgical year, as we just celebrated the great solemnity of our Lord Jesus Christ, King of the universe. We're also coming close to the end of the year of Saint Joseph, which was promulgated by Pope Francis on December the 8th last year, 2021, or 2020, and will conclude on December the 8th this year, 2021, in a few short weeks. And as we also come to the close of the end of my first semester of college and seminary life, I just wanted to provide a little update for you because last time we chatted, it was actually on my move-in day. So I had no experience with college, I had no experience with seminary life, and now, as we meet again, I have roughly 15 weeks under my belt, almost an entire semester. So a lot of people ask me, and I appreciate all of you who have reached out, and all of you that are thinking about me and praying for me. You're probably wondering, how are things going? How are you enjoying it? How are the classes? How's the seminary life? And I'd like to address that in my little update. As I mentioned last time, I would be doing these seasonal updates, most likely every 3 months, just to fill you in on how it's going for me, and to thank you for your prayers and your support, and for thinking of me. So I keep answering people in a similar manner whenever they ask me the question how it's going. And I always say that it's going great, and that both college and seminary are going better than I expected. Better than I expected. That's pretty impressive, I think. I had pretty high hopes, high expectations. And coming in, those expectations were just surpassed. They were exceeded. And it continues to amaze me each and every day how much I appreciate and how much I value and how much I'm gaining from these experiences. From the very first few weeks of the seminary life and living together in community with 5 other guys and 3 priests, we became quickly a family. We had a great fraternal bond. We had great fellowship, great conversations, and we're able now to joke around with each other, to mess around with each other, not to mention to prank each other as well. But it's amazing how tight of a bond was forged with just the first few weeks of formation. The first few weeks of living together. How close we've become, and that bond remains close to this day. And then going off to college a few days later, it was amazing, for me at least, how seemingly easy and stress-free the workload was. It seemed to be a lot more manageable than my high school years. And I give a lot of credit, this is what I tell people too, I give a lot of credit to St. Joseph High School in Natrona Heights, which formed me and prepared me for 4 years for this college experience. And boy, did they prepare me well. I spent a lot of hours, a lot of nights just in my room studying and doing homework and completing assignments and writing papers, and it all is paying off now. I have more free time. I have free time. And that's an improvement, and that's an adjustment for me to remember what to do during free time. But again, with that fraternal bond, with that great friendship that we have with one another, it's very easy to find stuff to do. Because I'll quickly find myself in conversation with the guys, sometimes even keeping me up into the wee hours of the morning. We've also made Dairy Queen runs, or Walmart trips. Or we like to just get in the car and go somewhere together. It's amazing. It's awesome. And it feels like home. It felt like home for me within the very first week of living up at the seminary. And it feels like it's the right place for me. I feel like I fit in, and I hear that as well from the formators as well, that it seems to be the right fit for me, and that I seem to be going with the punches very well. So I'm appreciative of that, and I know that none of this would be possible without your prayers without your support, without your thinking of me. And that's made the transition so much smoother. And it's been amazing too to be able to come home as much as I can. I'm able to come home so often that it doesn't feel like I've even left. It doesn't give me enough time to detach myself. Where I'm able to come home roughly every other weekend, every 2 to 3 weekends. It's pretty awesome to be able to get the free time to come home if I want, or to stay up there and forge for myself, which no one has done yet. No one has stayed back on a free weekend. So we all get to go home and see our families and see our parish families as well. It's quite a nice experience. And then we have formation weekends, the other weekends, where we stay up there and we work on that fraternity. We work on becoming closer together. We do stuff together, and we learn more about seminary life and prayer life and the priesthood. It's beautiful. It's great. And it feels like I made the right decision. It's very reassuring for me. And it's very enjoyable. I enjoy every day. The only bad part, if people ask me about that, and you might be wondering that too, it all sounds positive, but are there any negatives? Well, maybe the early mornings. But for any one of you who knows me, or who has stayed overnight with me somewhere on a retreat or something, or if I've told you that I am not a morning person, I'm sure you would believe that. I am not a morning person. I'm definitely a night owl. So waking up in time for 6:45 Mass every morning, and an optional 6 o'clock Holy Hour, which to be honest I can do better at. It's ending the Holy Hour. It's an adjustment, and I knew that would be a struggle. But eventually, pretty soon after, I'm able to wake myself up and enjoy the rest of the day and go back at it again. So yes, obviously I would wish I could get to bed earlier, get more sleep, be more energized. So pray for me there. But other than that, everything is so enjoyable. It's so fun. It's so fulfilling. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. So thank you for tuning in to this quarterly update. I pray that you and your families have a wonderful, safe, and healthy, not only Thanksgiving, but also Christmas, as we won't talk again until about the end of the winter months. So I hope you and your families have a wonderful holiday season, a blessed New Year, and let us also as begin this new liturgical year, this Sunday, with the first Sunday of Advent. I pray that your year is blessed, that you may draw closer to Christ. Thank you again for your prayers and your support. I ask, but you continue to pray for me. I really appreciate it. And please be assured of my prayers for each and every one of you every single day. God bless you, and thank you again for tuning in.